Welcome back to Eliances Heroes, where heroes in business align. To be part of our super community and find out more about Eliances, visit www.Eliances.com. Now, back to our super host, David Kogan, founder of Eliances.
Truly amazing. I mean, we started off with Veronique James, founder of the James Agency, one of the most well-known agencies in Arizona. And we just had on entrepreneur ranked top 15 franchise lawyers, Dan Wachowski with franchiselawyers.com. Wait till you hear who our next hero is. And by the way, thank you for the feedback we continue to have from having the producer of the Jobs movie on. Make sure you go to Eliances.com. That's ELIANCES.com. It is the only place where entrepreneurs align. That's right. Oh, wait until you hear about our next hero. You know, oh, what's that music? That's right, Little House on the Prairie. You will know this next hero as the bratty Nellie Oleson. That's right, and the actress is Alison Arngrim. You could reach her at Arngrim on Twitter. All right, what you may not know, though, is that she is an author, an advocate, a comedian, a radio personality, and with all that, she can't sleep. I got to tell you, with doing all of those things. Alison, how did you get involved, first of all, in the acting world at such a young age? Because you're one of the most recognized figures on Little House on the Prairie.
Oh, thank you. Well, I mean, I was in a show business family, and I started working when I was 6 years old. I mean, well, I got my SAG card at 5. I actually have a Screen Actors Guild card that says member since 1967.
Wow, fantastic.
But yeah, I started working commercials as a child. My father had been an actor he'd been on Broadway, and my parents had run a theater in Canada. And then my dad became a manager. He worked for Liberace. And then my mother did cartoon voices. My mother was Casper the Friendly Ghost. My mother was the voice of Gumby and Sweet Polly, purebred underdog's girlfriend, and Davy of Davy and Goliath. So everyone was on TV, so I started auditioning as a child, and I got Little House when I was 12, and boy, oh boy, did that kick off.
And how
that
did
was a hit.
Yeah, I mean, how did that change really your journey at that point? Now looking back, I mean, you know, when we're going through it, we're not quite sure what happens, but man, look at how things have evolved, and people still watch it.
Oh, it just turned everything upside down. I mean, I'd, done a little movie here and a TV show there, but, I wasn't famous yet. And here I get the show, and it's like, oh, boy, I got a series. But we didn't know it would be hit. Now, Michael Landon knew. Michael knew, but none of the actors, no one in Hollywood, when Little House on the Prairie first started, thought that it would be a hit. In fact, my father said, oh, this thing won't last the season. Oh, it won't be a hit. Now, who will watch this? And, of course, it ran 9 years, and it's in reruns in 140 countries. It's out on DVD and Blu-ray, and there's like dozens and dozens of fan clubs on Facebook where people, as I speak, are posting and discussing episodes in every language in the world. It is a worldwide phenomenon, and never in a million years could we have predicted that that was going to do that. So you don't know. You don't know.
I mean, my God, what an interesting family you grew up in, too. I just got to ask you,
right?
Did your mom ever answer the phone in the Casper voice?
Well, the funny thing is, that really sounded like, I think of all the characters, she really sounded most like Casper. That's kind of how she talked. Because I remember she left a message on my answering machine years ago, and I had a friend over, and I played back my messages, and they said, good Lord, what's that? Because they're like, hello, call your mother. They were like, what is that boy? I went, oh, that's my mother. That's how she talks.
Unbelievable. Tell us about the tour of the country that you promote your best-selling memoirs, which is Confessions of a Prairie Bitch. How I Survived Nellie Oleson and Learned to Love Being Hated by HarperCollins.
Right? Well, the crazy part is I had some people do the book, then the show. I had the show first. I had been doing stand-up comedy since I was a teenager because when you're on a series, they always want you to do something, and people sing or they do. And I couldn't sing. And I thought I should do something so I can do Well, my father was managing some comedians, and I was hanging out at the clubs. And I said, I want to do this. And I took up stand-up, and it was quite successful, and it turned out that to be really my thing. And so I had started doing, by the time it was like year, 2002, a one-woman show called Confessions of a Prairie Bitch, talking about my life, talking about being an ex-child star. And a literary agent came to the show. Again, you don't know. My father used to rather crassly put it, you have to hang your ass out there.
That's right. Oh, boy.
He was right, because a literary agent came to my show, and he said, is there a book to go with this show? And I said, well, I guess there could be. And we started talking, and next thing I knew, I'm in the offices of HarperCollins. And so I wound up making a deal, having a book for my autobiography, HarperCollins, and became an enormous success. It made the New York Times bestseller list, and now, yes, I appear all over the country talking about the book, selling my book, doing my show, and doing all kinds of stuff. I'm speaking at the Women in Film and Media of Colorado Gala later this month in Denver. I'm going to Palm Springs to do a tour, a celebrity tour of Palm Springs. I have multiple books. And, of course, this year's the 45th anniversary of Little House on the Prairie. So I'll be in Walnut Grove and all over the country in the Prairie sites talking about Little House on the Prairie.
Unbelievable. It's truly amazing. And you know what's more amazing, too, is you're listening to me, David Kogan, host of the Eliances Hero Show. Make sure you go to Eliances.com. That's Eliances.com. It is the only place where entrepreneurs align. And we have with us Alison Arngrim. She is Little House on the Prairie, Nellie Oleson. You can reach her at Arngrim on Twitter. Best way to go ahead and reach her, again, at Arngrim on Twitter. And she is doing so many things, touring. I mean, I don't know, Alison, how do you keep up with all the things, though, now that you've got going on?
Well, it is exhausting. I'm finding it's like you got to take your vitamins. I do. I try to stay in shape. I try to take my vitamins. I try to get some sleep. I generally eat very healthy. I'm one of those people, but it is difficult. You do have to make some time to take a break. I'm very good at taking naps. I can sleep on an airplane, on a train, on a bus, in a car, which is turned out to be very useful over the years.
Tell me about, since you had mentioned, too, about your family and that they were in the industry and you grew up in the industry and stuff. So tell us some of the secret lessons that you learned from them to be successful at your craft.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, it's kind of the problem with show business. You're sort of always working. It's like, when does your day end? Never. So you don't want to miss out on opportunity, and this is something I've done. As my father said, you got to hang your ass out there. If you see an opportunity for promotion, you see an opportunity to expand what you're doing, jump on it. Strike while the iron is hot and all that. And I've seen a lot of things where, because as an ex-child star, you've seen a lot of ex-child stars never work again. Many ex-child stars have a terrible time reinventing themselves, finding another career, creating a life after working as a small child, and it's very difficult. So it's looking for things. And when I saw years ago that there were these little house sites, it was Walnut Grove and Mansfield, Missouri, and people were going out there. I said, well, this is a market. People want to see me. And when I saw that there was a fan mindset of how people felt about Nellie Oleson, I went, I need to explore this. And I went to France for the very first time in 2002, January, and I found out that the French are obsessed with Little House on the Prairie and mad for Nellie Oleson.
Oh.
I knew I had fans there. I had no idea the extent. And I said, well, that's it. I now go to France every year. I'll be heading over there in another month. I've got 3 shows. I'll be performing in French in France.
Alison, this is truly amazing. I got to tell you, you do so much for so many. You entertain and connect with your fans. You push for advocacy for important causes. That's a hero. Alison, hang your ass out there, right? That's what it's all about. Unbelievable. Make sure you reach her at Arngrim on Twitter. This is David Kogan with Eliances.